and playing against better talent, getting the opportunity and capitalizing.
Alexander Walker in his second year out of Virginia Tech as Ibaka connects the long two.
Good extra effort plays on the defensive end by the Clippers.
George gets to the basket, can't put it in. And that's one thing that T. Lue told us Friday night. Should note this is the first game that Zion Williamson has missed this year.
This perhaps could have been one of the best ones, Batum coming to the Clippers.
You know, it was a big question mark. What could he bring? Did he have something left? Was he injured last year?
The bounce inside, tough catch. Thornwell denied, and it's picked up by Paul George. Good job just to come up with basketball.
He's 3 of 3 from the floor. He has 7 points tonight. Shot clock down to 4. George trying to shake Hart and swishes home a three-pointer. He's shooting over 50% from behind the arc this year. Clippers by 2. Here's Paul George, 1 of 2 from the floor. Leonard is also 1 of 2 from the field, and George working on Lewis and just took him to school that time in the baseline.
That's outstanding defense, though.
Although Melly may have gotten a hand on it. Now Redick trying to guard Paul George. Skip pass is picked off. So that's 2 assists, 4 rebounds, and 7 points for Ingram. First basket for Hayes. Williams, a great find that time. I don't know how he located George, but Clippers at 7-4. Got off to a great start, 4-1, but it's strange that one loss was by 50 to Dallas, and they've gone 3-3 in their last 6. George at the line.
You said it. This is a really interesting time for the Pels. They get Ingram back on the floor, but all of a sudden the biggest lead of the game.
Warriors beat them coming back from a huge deficit. Those are 2 losses that you just can't have. Disappointing. It's about how you respond, how you react to that. How do you bounce back?
George with the lob and the flush by Zubats.
That's what we talked about in the open. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard making plays. Well, it was a great trade from Brooklyn. I understand they, to some degree, mortgage their future as far as draft choices are concerned. But when you get an opportunity to get a home run hitter.
2.5 to go here. The Clippers have opened up a 9-point lead as the Pelicans have gone almost 6 minutes without a field goal. Paul George knocks down the 9th 3-ball for the Clippers tonight. 11 straight points for LA as we close in on 2 minutes to go. Pelicans have missed 8 in a row, make it 9 straight on an air ball by Ingram. Leonard finds a cutting Zubats, who picked up the foul on the other end. Here's a cross-court pass. Paul George again, 3 of 4 from three-point land. He's made 13. George in the corner being defended by Thornwell. They'll throw it to George with 2. George with 1, lets it fly. Good at the gun. Paul George with a phenomenal second quarter. 13 of his 18 points coming that period. That's been the story. And the Clippers had 23s the other night against Chicago. They're on pace for that again. Remember, the Pelicans are without Zion Williamson, who is out because, well, the Pelicans know that better than anybody. They've had big leads in their last 3 games and lost them all. George on the drive through that behind Ibaka turnover by the Clippers. Numbers for New Orleans. The money there. And now one of the reasons Brooklyn is making that move for Harden is to make sure that you keep Kevin Durant happy. George, 92% free throw shooter this year, but misses that one. Houston, the new look Rockets at 9:30 next Wednesday night, minus James Harden. Ibaka puts it on the floor and gets 2 plus a foul. George works deep into the lane, falling away, and it spins off the rim at Zubats there with a tipping off glass. You know, Marcus was a big impact player for the Clippers last year, and Markieff was for the Lakers and won the championship. George fading away. That's so sweet. Paul George, 6 of 11, 21 points now.
If I'm the Pelicans right now, defensively, I got to make sure somebody else not named Paul George is the one taking and making shots.
Oh, he missed it. He was wide open, but couldn't hit that one.
Get stops on the defensive end. Put a couple of stops together and put yourself in position to climb all the way back.
Zubats creates some space and throws it down. George puts it on the floor, trying to go baseline. Spinning on Hayes, falling away, and it wouldn't go. Shot clock at 5. George backing down the defender. Timer at 2. George gives it up, deflected by Hayes. Ingram with a quick pass, the extra pass, and the 3 from Hart won't go. Leonard bringing it up the floor again. They got Beverly off the ball. Paul George steps into one off the heel, but kept alive. Bledsoe out tonight as well with eye irritation. Leonard's 3 is home. His first triple of the night. Initiating the offense, bringing it up the floor. Finds a cutting George into Adams, and it went in. I don't think it hit. That's all it takes. Converts a 3-point play. Walker Alexander. Here's Kawhi Leonard trying to answer. Does. Leonard with 28 now, his second 3. George into the paint, out to Kawhi. Gets it back to George, and the 3 is good. 18 threes now for the Clippers, and that might.
Walker Alexander right now.
Alexander Walker just pulls up. Too strong on the 3.